Today we are doing Reddit stories. If Annika would like to begin with her story, and we can go into Natania's story afterward.
All right. Let me load her up.
All
So
right.
mine is, am I the asshole for telling the hosts of our D&D game that their baby is an issue? None of us have children, so kind of maybe some biased opinions here. I've been a part of a group of adults that get together to play D&D every week for about 3 years now. We've mostly had our games at the home of a married couple that we are all friends with. They go out of their way to rearrange the basement for us to play, and they have a large supply of game paraphernalia and minis that belong to the husband. They also usually supply snacks, although some bring others to share as well. I've always appreciated that they open up their home to use for game nights, and there's some bad spelling in here. Most of us would not have the space that we need to all get together. A little more than a year ago, they had a baby. I have no issues with children in general, I just don't have a lot of experience with them. The wives also started playing in our games. There are two different ones, which I was really excited about because she's a good friend of mine. Previously, there'd been a long running game with heavy storyline that would have been hard to get into, but with the new one starting, she took that chance. Now to the issue. The baby is mobile, loud, and a distraction. He gets into things when he's not supposed to and has landed himself in the emergency room because they thought he had eaten something dangerous during one of our games. He was fine, but better safe than sorry. When he starts making a lot of noise, either the wife or the husband would have to leave the table to take care of him. This would either cause them to miss the storyline or combat, or stall the game for a long time. If they just end up missing what's going on, we still have to explain all of the events that happen when they get back. The baby also screams while playing and causes headaches for many. I'm not the DM for either of the two games that are hosted at that house, so I didn't want to be the one to bring up the issue with them. Please note that everyone came to the consensus that the baby was an issue and was affecting everyone's enjoyment. We are busy adults and we have very little time for ourselves, and game nights are how we unwind and have fun. It was becoming more stress and headaches than fun. After a few months of trying to deal with the issue, it was finally brought up by one of the DMs by the couple. My wife didn't Oh my gosh, the wife didn't take it well. She apparently said something along the lines of, "So I can never play again." She has removed herself from all group chats, and from what I hear, she is still very upset more than a week later. I have a lot of empathy for how she's feeling so horrible. I wanted her to be included and to spend time with her because she is my friend. I would also feel like an ass for suggesting they pay for a babysitter because I know babies are not cheap and the husband just got let go from his job of 10 years. Am I the asshole?
That's a
I guess
hard
is
one.
the group the asshole? There's a couple edits on this as well.
Um,
So the problem
okay.
is that the hosting environment's no good because of the baby.
Yeah.
And did they say something? Maybe I missed it, but did they say something about like nobody else being able to host?
And bring
It
it up.
says something in there at the beginning, yeah, that nobody else can take in that many people into their house. So
Okay.
the best hosting spot is with these people.
So that's their only choice is that environment. Then I mean,
Yeah.
That's
well,
the
man,
baby's house.
that's the baby's
That's
house.
That's the
a
baby's.
baby
That's
lives
just the
there.
only
The
place
baby's
where
just
it
trying to
lives.
play,
Like
bro.
it's just
I
trying to fucking
Roll up a
live,
character right
man.
now because that baby needs to play.
Seriously, like involve him, man. Like I
I
don't know.
That's
You
the
got
crappy
that's what the
thing.
shitty thing
Yeah.
is that that's just something you have to work around. You
Yeah,
know, that's just something that comes with being an adult. That comes with having friends that are adults. Sometimes they have kids.
Yep.
That's
And if that's the situation you're in, like you just got to let them work around it. It's not
yeah,
really fair to exclude them because they have a child.
Well,
And
yeah,
it's not and it's not and it doesn't sound like that's what this person wants to do, but
when they would like step away, like I get being in the groove of like wanting to get lore and story going, but everyone hears the baby crying. Maybe just stop, wait for the
right.
parent to do their thing, settle the child down, and then come back and pick back up where you left off. Because you're all agreeing to play at this place, and you all know the stipulations.
yeah.
There's a child. They're gonna
Yeah.
cry.
And unfortunately that interrupts and that sucks, but it's like if you want to continue to play, if you want to be there for your friend. I mean, I'm sure the parents already felt bad to begin with. I'm sure,
Right.
but what are you gonna do? It's a baby. Like the baby's gonna
Yeah,
make baby noises. It's
I mean, if you're
Baby's
at
gonna
their
baby.
house in their environment, like
yeah.
if
You
it's
know, tell them to get rid
that
of the
big of a
baby.
problem, I mean, sounds like you guys don't really have a choice.
Yeah,
To be
It's-
honest.
Always online
there is.
there you go.
because
Um,
you
You
don't
made it
have
work.
to go to that. Yeah, granted, playing in person's far superior.
Way better.
It's so much
It's so
better.
much better.
But if the child is an issue, there are alternatives other than going to someone else's house. You can stay where you're at online. Just
Yeah.
it makes
Yeah.
it solve a lot of their problems.
I think too,
think
there's
there's-
just a stigma with online. Like nobody wants to do it because they want to be able to roll the clickety clackety dice and have their
I do
papers
miss
and their
the clickety
pencils.
clack.
It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
I mean, it's if online wasn't our only option, I would prefer like in person, but
Yeah.
it's not
Here
an
we are.
option, not for me.
You
So
Um,
there-
can do all that stuff online. You can have paper. You can roll physical. It's just
It's the
the human
environment, though.
interaction.
Yeah, and it's like being able to roll the dice. Everybody's seeing the dice roll, and they're like, "What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?" Watching
Yeah.
it roll. It's like that. I get that.
There is one edit that kind of takes back what I said earlier.
Okay.
That's basically talking about the fact that they could host somewhere else. But it says, I don't think that hosting elsewhere would be a good solution. That would still feel like we're kicking her out of the game deliberately, which we are not trying to do. So there is also option to host somewhere else.
So maybe I missed that last part, but why would she get kicked out if they went somewhere else? Because they have to take care of
Maybe
the
because,
baby.
maybe
I think it came back to
baby.
like obviously they're gonna have to have someone take care of the baby.
Um,
And it's either bring the baby to the place that they're
Yeah.
deciding to host, which doesn't take care of the problem,
yeah,
or one of them is gonna have to stay home and not be able to participate, or they'd have to pay for a babysitter.
I think people need to be a little bit more compassionate for their friends.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
I think
it's just
it's
tune it out. I mean, at some point, like I know that sounds like a loaded statement, but like I live with like birds, at least, not really babies, but birds that scream constantly bloody murder. And eventually your brain will just tune it out as long as you just allow yourself to try to tune it out. You will tune it out eventually. It's just you have to be willing to try. And I feel like once you're willing to try, you can start getting to that point. But if you're not willing to try, it'll always be a problem for you.
Yeah.
'Cause at some point it has to be possible. Plus, you don't
right.
want to like kick your friends out of the campaign just because they have a baby, you know?
Yeah, don't make their life and their hobbies end. I mean, I know it's frustrating, but I mean, that's what good friends do, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Stick with it, stick through the crying baby, have the fun that you can, support them. Because I'm sure that they're also very stressed out in the fact that they can't enjoy their hobby either.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, they have to get up and pull themselves out of the immersion every time their baby has an issue. Like that would make me frustrated,
Yeah.
you know?
It's not
Like
the baby's fault, but
you
like the
just want to
parents
be
are
into it, but
probably
you're a parent, so you have to pull yourself out. Like,
Yeah.
are there any more edits or comments on it?
well, the overall rule on Reddit was he was the asshole. The group is the asshole.
Yeah.
Some of the comments say, you're the asshole. They probably don't get to do many adult things having a new baby. Yeah, it's annoying, but what are they supposed to do? Y'all probably really hurt the wife's feelings, and that's why she reacted the way she did. If it bothers you guys so much, pull together and offer to pay for a sitter, especially since they host you.
Yeah, I mean,
That's fair.
if there's so many
Seriously.
people, that's one
You
thing too.
can't
If there's
put
so
some
many
money
people, they can't
together?
go somewhere
Pitch
else.
in.
Like pitch in. If there's, I mean, even if one day of babysitting, because they probably play like once a week or something. It's like
Right.
one day of babysitting, assuming is probably like 150. Like there is so many people they can't play anywhere else. I would imagine there's like 7 players, maybe more. I mean,
Yeah.
like I live in an apartment, and I could do 5 or 6 people, and I have a small
Right.
apartment. So like,
We've
Right.
done more in your small apartment.
yeah,
In your old small apartment.
yeah, one bedroom
The other
apartment. I
small
could do
apartment.
5 or 6 or 7 or 8 people just fine. Maybe move some furniture, but there's truly
Right.
no space for anyone else besides, unless it's just the baby thing and they can't take the baby somewhere else. Not including that.
Well, and also it kind of doesn't seem like that'd be worth it. Like that really
Yeah,
just seems like
traveling with
that'd
a
be
baby
adding
all that
more
way.
stress.
And
But
I
my
think one thing
thing
And
to
is,
not
point
solve
out,
the problem at all.
Yeah.
that these people, like, they listed in there, they bring snacks, they host, they have minis for the games. Like, they obviously are
We're
doing
doing
the heap
everything
of
they
the
can.
work
Yeah.
for this party of people, and they are not giving anything back to help accommodate them. I mean, they're
Yeah.
doing all of the other work, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
All the big shit.
Friends would try to make sure that they can help make that whole night as easy for the parents as they possibly could. I
Yeah.
feel like, you know,
Not just,
like
like, collectively decide behind their backs that it sucks and not say anything until it's like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
don't wanna do this anymore."
sounds like the parents need to host a new table, in my opinion.
New friends.
New friends, go find them.
Start over.
Start over.
Over.
You're not breaking up with me. I'm breaking up with you. Um. Okay.
Alright.
Any comments that are funny or anything like that on it?
Let me see, there was one.
I feel like that's like a super serious post, so like everyone's gonna be like, "You're the asshole.
It's
Get off Reddit."
it's yeah, they're like this one's like, "You're the asshole." They invite you into their home, and you respond by telling them that their child is an inconvenience to your game.
My God.
Everyone's pissed. It's
Uh,
just they're all
okay.
so mad.
Okay.
It's
Well, seems like that one's pretty clear cut and
pretty
dry.
cut and dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Be better friends.
All right, Natanya, what do you got for yours?
All right. So mine is more in the realm of like not totally D&D related, but it's about D&D kind of.
Cool.
D&D vibes.
D&D vibes. Am I the asshole for wanting to play D&D online with my headphones in? My 34 female partner, 34 male of 15 years is blaming me for his ongoing depression because I play D&D online with my headphones in. I've been playing D&D for years, one casual homebrew campaign and one recent cursive. Is it pronounced Strad?
Rod.
Strahd.
Yeah.
Strahd. Okay. Strahd campaign. My partner always says he wants lots of kids, and last year our first was born. I stopped playing until I wasn't breastfeeding anymore and then attempted to return to the homebrew game one Saturday a fortnight ago. I was pregnant. While I was pregnant, he suddenly demanded to meet everyone I was playing with and see where we were playing. When I tried to return to the game after giving birth, he resented going and would sometimes call and interrupt the game for minor issues. On the Saturdays I did not play, I was in charge of the baby's care and bedtime when he had drinks and games with his friends. The Strahd game started after baby was born and initially was played at our home, but because of it was but became impossible for me to concentrate on the game with the baby around, so we moved to playing at a different house. He still seemed sorry, this
That's
part is kind of hard to read. I can't get that first part, but essentially he would call and interrupt the game even if the baby was with a sitter, like he was still interrupting her game even when they had gone to a different place.
great.
That part was a little hard to read.
I'm so glad she can have fun.
Yeah.
Right? With with COVID, I've been playing online in a different room with my headphones in. Usually I
Yeah.
arrange for the grandparents to have the baby because otherwise I still find myself interrupted too much to focus on the game, maximum of 5 hours. 2 weeks ago, the game was canceled, but the group still chatted. I had headphones and my partner kept trying to interrupt and ask me things which splits my focus, so I was getting annoyed. Afterwards, we talked about it, and he said that he doesn't like the headphones because it excludes him and it's making him chronically depressed. And there's no point in him getting therapy for the depression if I am going to keep doing the thing that causes it, which is isolating myself and putting the headphones in to play D&D. The following week, I tried without headphones, but it is so hard for me to focus on the game, especially around him and the baby, that I was brought to tears and we only played for 2 hours, but he was still unhappy about it. He says I need to adjust my standards about how I play, but I wanted to be able to focus and immerse myself properly into the game. I've already changed the hours that I play and tried without headphones, but it doesn't work. At the same time, he's been increasingly concerned about IT security, so currently can't use my laptop. He reset my iPad and phone multiple times, and he still wants me to get a new phone number. I've also, at his request, reduced my work hours so I'm more available for the baby, even though I full time work and he is technically unemployed but trading crypto. I changed what I can for him, but I don't want to give up D&D or play in a less engaged way because I enjoy it so much and lean on it for my mental health. I want to get him I want him to get therapy, but have I been the asshole? I could see all of you guys like stressing out in my peripheral vision, and I was like, I can't even look. I'm gonna start laughing.
I'm still pissed.
I'm gonna rip my hair
He's
out.
unemployed
my
but trades
God.
crypto.
That was the end for me.
Oh.
That sent me over the fucking edge.
I audibly screamed.
What the fuck?
She's bent over backwards for this fucking man.
The first thing I'm gonna say
For
It's
IT security reasons, he reset all of her equipment multiple times for IT security reasons. What?
Like, is he
What?
also on drugs?
it's almost confusing how much she has tried to accommodate this man.
Oh
It
my
starts to
God.
get to a point where it's like, what?
Oh my
What?
God.
Oh my God! I'm gonna throw up on that man.
I want to kill him. I want to.
There, she posted an update too.
Oh no.
Did she leave?
As a completely separate post.
Oh,
Okay, hit us.
Yeah,
No, what's going on?
let me
What'd she
open
say?
it up.
I'm crying.
I'm lucky I was
feel
able to
like-
find it.
This poor woman, somebody
This
help
poor girl.
her. Started
Yeah.
GoFundMe.
So mad at him. Oh my God.
He's unemployed but
Uh,
trades crypto.
And
So-
she's
He's
reduced
technically
her hours.
unemployed.
For their baby. She's reduced her hours.
She's
The dude's
done
home.
literally
Dude's home.
Literally
everything
home
and
all the
more.
time.
Like
And when she does leave him alone, she can't go without being interrupted.
And he
Yeah.
wanted the kid. He wanted several kids. Men love to have kids till they can have to take care of them.
oh my God.
I'm sorry.
So
What's
there's
the
an
update? I'm
update.
fired up.
Oh.
She says, "Hi folks, I just wanted to offer you all a little update since so many of you offered the perspective on reality to get myself and my kid to a better place."
Yeah, girl.
So then she tags the original post. So I gave my ex the ultimatum that either he and or we get therapy or we separate. And he chose no therapy because therapists always take one person's side.
Huh.
So I forced
Maybe
the
they're right.
separation. He moved out 6 weeks ago. I've been in my new home for a month and it's like the fog has lifted. Life is basically better in every way.
Thank
The more
God.
A happy ending.
The more
happy
time I
ending.
spend away from him, the better I feel. I'm back up to almost full-time hours, which suits me well with a toddler. I have significantly more freedom, and I'm going to make our home beautiful for the two of us. Since the separation, some of the highlights of his behavior include not packing anything at all with almost a month's notice until the last 4 hours before he had to leave.
Yeah,
When
that's
he
came
manipulation.
to visit our kid at my home, he already knew where I would be living. He wanted me to look up the closest train station, bus route, and direction for him instead of figuring that out on the 3-hour trip himself.
Yeah.
Walked
That
into my home
adds
like he
up.
owned the place, lay on my bed to pet the cat, raided my pantry, and he said he was going to take the remaining tea because I don't drink it and he does. I said, no, it's for guests. And after our child was in bed, he offered to cook for everyone, himself, myself, and my 3 friends serving as guardians, dinner out of my freezer, and then still packed kitchen. I found a journal of his while I was packing his things. Turns out he did think I was having an affair at D&D. His reasoning was
yeah.
that I was happy after a game and he noticed changes in my appearance and behavior, which for the record he had requested I do so a few weeks earlier. And it also turns out his version of enough sex in a day is 3 to 5 times.
What?
Oh my God!
He paid a junkie down the street for a blowjob when I was pregnant. He seems to have felt bad about that.
What's
At
happening?
various points in our conversations, he has blamed me for trying too hard in the relationship, for misinterpreting his actions and words, even direct quotes, and for not booking a therapist for him, and for not assuming the best of him anymore.
Man,
The kiddo's doing great
Yeah.
though. She hasn't actually noticed his absence at all and is having the best time in our new house. I'm going to turn the dining room into a Dungeons and Dragons and dining room because I can.
Aw.
So
Hell
thank you.
yeah.
I know a lot of you guys read these things for entertainment, but seriously, thank you.
Fuck that guy.
Oh my god.
That was probably the most violent roller coaster we have read
That
on
was
any
I
of
had
these.
I
physical
actually never
reactions.
fully read the update. I just like when I read the initial post, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm choosing this one." And then I saw that there was an update, and I read like the first part of it just for honestly my own closure. Saw that she got out of the situation. I was like, "Cool beans." I did not know the rest of it.
The journal 3 to 5 times a day. There's so many things I could pick out of that, but
my
I think
God.
That
that
man was nuts. A lot of the comments were like, "Girl, get the fuck out of there! Like,
What
get
the
your kid
hell?
out! Get out of there!" Like, he is gonna. I think that man needs to go to therapy real
that man needs
bad.
to go to jail. I
Needs to get
think like
locked
there should
up.
be a jail for men that act like that. I don't know what that would be called, but we should put them there.
Agreed.
Misogynistic,
real.
narcissistic assholes.
Yeah, men
Yes.
when they create their own problems, when they ruin their own life. I don't know what
There's a
What
meme
the
on tip
fuck?
of my tongue where he's like,
Yeah.
me when I face the problems I created. It's like,
Yeah. It's
oh my gosh.
that is the
Wow.
worst thing I've ever heard. That's horrifying.
Wow. I can't even.
That was fucked.
That was
Oh,
just
but
so
no,
One of
violent.
her
Just-
comments to someone else in the update says because they had commented on the junkie down the street situation. And she said he tried saying I cheated on him when he was telling me about that.
that's usually how that goes.
Like he tried saying that
Projection is
because he
crazy.
paid for that and got that done. She was the one that cheated on him.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I don't
Yo.
even know what to
He's probably one of those
Yeah.
guys that think, well, it's a blowjob. It's not cheating. He's
What?
probably one of those fucking dudes. Yeah, there's people out there who are like, well, blowjob's
casual
not
BJ.
sex, so it's not cheating. It's like, nah, that's still cheating.
wow.
What the f-
Wow.
it
Wow. Wow.
well,
Yeah.
if men have anything, it's the
grew-
fucking audacity, I'll tell you that.
Facts.
Wow. Any good comments?
you're-
I'm gonna take all that guy's man cards. He doesn't get any anymore. They're all revoked. Every single one.
It's just crazy to
I'm-
think that
I'm reading
someone
the
can
comments,
become
but
so
they're all
off
very
the rails.
reasonable people.
Yeah.
Like, how does a person even become so off the rails like that? Like, that's sad.
That's insane.
Wow.
Like what
I have
like what
whiplash
really
right now.
gets me is the fact that he was like, because you're all she was doing is wearing headphones and talking to her friends.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that was
that's
it.
what
That's all-
started this.
That's like it, and he's saying that is causing him chronic depression,
But won't see a
and
therapist.
that therapy wasn't worth it because she would continue doing the thing regardless. And it's
What
like
killed me too was when he
The
said, "I
point-
won't go to therapy because they only choose one side."
Not how therapy works.
That's
Do you
Not
think
therapy.
you may be wrong then?
yeah. Maybe
you
you're
know?
the one on the wrong side, and that's why the other side is being chosen.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Do you reckon
Wow. Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Well.
that was
Reddit said that he's the asshole, right? Just to
No.
clarify.
Reddit
Yeah,
says he
they-
is not the
She
asshole.
was not the asshole in that.
Reddit said that he was abusive. I think we stepped
Yes.
past
Yeah, that's
asshole.
actually what most of the comments said was like, this man is abusive, like you need to get the hell out of there. That's
Agreed.
why I didn't really read any of the comments, is because they were very real, like, hey girl, like this ain't about D&D. Like
Yeah,
there's things
yeah.
far deeper than what you're doing with your friends in your free time here.
Oh my goodness. Well, good for that girl. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I hope
Wow.
her dining room looks amazing.
I want to see it.
Me too.
I want
more
that
updates.
update. I want
Yeah,
the picture.
right? I want the happy
send,
update.
update 3. It's just her showing all of her D&D stuff.
If you're out
And the
there and you
after
see
story.
this, please.
It was
Wow.
posted 2 years ago, so
Oh,
Wow. When was the update posted? 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Very shortly after the
Okay.
original post was
6
She's
made.
weeks
living her
after.
best life.
Yeah, living her best
Good
life.
for her.
Well, that was Reddit stories, and I have some severe whiplash now.
Yeah, it sure was.
My brain is like just flatlining from just everything I just heard. It was like flying and then just crashed into the ground and it just.
It's like the longer you read, I just wanted you to stop. I was
Yeah.
like,
I couldn't even
please.
Like,
stand to look up
please.
at the screen. I could see you guys moving around, like trying to. It was like you were trying to make me stop, and I couldn't.
I gotta finish this
Wow.
out.
Gonna contain
Okay.
the rage. So
Wow.
mad.
Wow.